Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna go over how to make textures, smooth R&B samples inside like Brent faiayz, maybe like SZA, something like that. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into the breakdown. So we're starting to sample off at 128 BPM. And the first thing we're adding is these chords. And this is coming from a Mullen Made It kit. I'm pretty sure it's from a Spiritualism one-shot kit. So this is super simple. It's just literally playing two chords the whole time. This is just a B major 9. As you can see, it's just pitching up this 9th note down 2 octaves, and it's becoming like the bass note almost. And then for the second chord, it's just playing a D sharp minor 9th. And a big thing with this is just going from major to minor chords and definitely using 7th and 9th chords. And a super simple way to do these is just going up to the stamp tool on FL Studio and going into the minor 7th right here, major 7th right here. If you go to advanced too, you can get some other advanced chords. For example, if I just want to punch in a minor 9th, and just click that and then just punch in one right here. As you can see, this is a D sharp minor 9th. And if I wanted like a major 7th or some, there we go, just major 7th right there. Definitely utilize these tools if you're not like super in tune with making chords. And I definitely still utilize these tools to this day as well. In terms of the effects, we just got an EQ cutting out the lows. And a big tip with this is just layering your chords to make them sound a little bit more full, adding some more textures in there. And I'm doing it by adding another one-shot in, playing the exact same chords. It's coming from that same one-shot kit. And if you want to get some cool textures out of one-shots, you can change this mode to any of these modes, but I like to keep it on resample. The notes will stop at different times because each note is playing at a different time pretty much. And if you change it to stretch, it all plays at the same time, as you can see here. If I change it back to resample, it sounds like this. It sounds way different because they all stop at a different time. And utilizing these different modes is just like really good for using one-shots. And that's why I love using one-shots. We're just cutting out the lows again. Next up is a little like top line melody, and it's coming from this ukulele from that same kit. And it sounds like this. It is super quiet in the mix, but I added a bunch of effects to it. And for the effects, we got this guitar rig on the airy vocals preset. And we're adding in this chorus just to make it sound a little bit wider. Then a fruity flangus, which is just a go-to stock plugin in FL Studio. Then we got an EQ cutting out the lows. Then we're adding in a halftime on the 1 bar. And then finally another EQ cutting out the lows that the halftime brought in. Next up, we got this bass pattern. And this is a bass from my Echoes toolkit, which is completely free. Just go check out my Instagram. It's really just a deep bass with not a lot of high end, and it's just following the root notes here. And I'm just adding in some passing notes in between both the chords. Next up, I feel like it was lacking a little bit of like that lead melody, and the ukulele kind of did that, but I kind of wanted something more like sustained. So then I added in this vocal, and I recorded this in, and this is what it sounds like. This is just going through my basic chain with a little altar boy, an auto tune, an EQ, compressor, flangus, RC20, reverb, another EQ, chorus, and then another EQ. And I think recording in vocals is a great way to just like add in a lead melody without actually having to play something. I just go through a bunch of takes, probably record about, 20 takes, maybe 10, 20 takes. And I just go through the best one and try to pick out some parts. For this instance, I probably only recorded like 5 because I think I like what this was sounding off the rip, and yeah, it just sounds really good. Next up was some textural elements. I got this texture from Leewee's Nemo kit. There's just an EQ cutting out the lows, and then I got this ear candy as well, and it's going through a little bit of effects here. I got this halftime EQ, a soothe, and then another EQ. You know what those two textures sound like together? Next, I got this percussion loop, and this is actually coming from my new Roots multi-kit, which is not out yet, but it's coming out very, very soon. So if you guys want to stay up to date with that, go check out my Instagram. I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff about that kit on there. And also some videos coming in the future. It is going to be dropping at the end of the month. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited for that. I just got the percussion loop, and I just chopped it up a little bit just to fit the bounce a little more, and it sounds like this. So that's like the first section, and then going on to the second section here, it's a lot of the same stuff. I just took out this ukulele, and I took out a lot of these textures. I kept the vocal in, and I added in this pluck. It sounds like this. It just got an EQ cutting out the lows. It's just hitting at the one of every chord. Not just following notes in the scale. No really rhyme or reason for it. Just following the notes in the scale. And then we're going into my roots multi-kit again. And I'm grabbing in these chord phrases. Playing at the one of every chord, and these are both just in C minor, so it's just easy for me to pitch it up to the right chord, and it just sounds really nice at the one of each chord. And then I got these textures from my roots kit, and it sounds like this. For the effects for this one, it's just my accent effects stock chain, and this is also in my roots multi-kit. It's just the EQ, reverb, pan man, and this delay. And then this last section is just taking out some more sounds, putting these textures back in. Nothing really crazy, just to kind of make it move a little more. In terms of the master effects, all I have is just this EQ, kind of make it more crispy up in the high end. Got this sound shifter to pitch it up by 2. This is a go-to plugin right here. Then I got this gain plugin just to boost it up by 7 dB because it was a little quiet. And then just this soft clipper just to make sure it doesn't go above 0 dB. And yeah, after all that, is what the final sample sounds like. So that's pretty much it for the breakdown. Hope you guys can take something away from this. As you can tell, super simple sample today, but still sounds really full. There's still lots of movement. Biggest thing with these is just coming up with a chord progression, just to establish like a bass, and then using like textures and vocals and stuff like that, just to kind of fill in those gaps. And it turned out really good. Like I said, if you guys are interested in my new multi-kit coming out, there's gonna be lots of videos posted about that soon. And if you want to check that out, go check out my Instagram. Gonna be previewing a bunch of stuff on there. Like I said, looking at a release in the end of the month. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one.